What's up YouTube? Welcome back to my PC workshop, and today we're going to go over some PC parts and what you should get on a PC and the pricing. So stay tuned. Alright, so building a gaming PC, there are like 7 components that you need to get before you order them and before you buy them. Now, the great thing about this website, PC Part Picker, is that it would tell you the compatibility and all the things that you will need to build a gaming PC and what the essentials are and if they're compatible or not. Now, the first thing on building a gaming PC is the CPU. Now, when getting a CPU, there's 2 type of brands that you could get. The first one is Intel, or AMD. No, Intel right here. And it would, if you press that button right there, it would tell you all the Intel CPUs. And of course, at the very top, it will show you the latest Intels and which one is like the best Intel, and that will get you to $549. And this is the other Intel that I got for my old PC. It costs $132, and the best gens right here are $275 and $199. Now, I'm not the biggest Intel fan, and I don't like Intel that much. The one reason is because I got an Intel CPU one time, and I installed it, I finished my entire PC, and it did not go well. There was like some bugs, everything was finicky, and it was like I was lagging all over the place. I'm not saying this won't happen to you all the time, it's just that I just don't recommend it. Now, the one that I do recommend that I really like a lot is AMD. AMD has the best and fastest CPU on the market, and it will give you best performance and rates for your gaming or your works. If you're working in the office, AMD is like really good. It gets the job done, and these are the latest CPU for AMD at the market right now. The best one being where is it? It's 9. It's the 9 one. You can tell which one is the most expensive, which is this one. Well, that's a third ripper. Yeah, it's this one. AMD Ryzen 9 7950X. This is the best AMD at the market right now, and you can see some of them says X3D. The X3D, that's meaning it can also handling graphics too. So if you're like trying to stay under budget and you don't want to spend money on a graphics card, just look at the CPUs that has a 3D in it, and that will help you a lot when you're trying to game, because that means that the CPU can also handle heavy duty games without a graphics card. Now, again, if you're trying to stay under budget and you don't want to spend too much money and you just want to have a good CPU to start with, I recommend getting the Ryzen 5 5600X, which is capable of handling hard duty games and like hard space games, and then at the same time not being too expensive and also not being the cheapest, knowing that like it won't ruin you and it can last for a very long time. So let's just add that to the market. For a CPU, there's 2 things that you could get for CPU cooling. You can get air cooling or water cooling, and I'll explain more too in my other videos. But at the end of the day, they do accomplish one thing, is cooling your CPU, hence the name CPU cooler. Me personally, I preferred water cooling because I like the design and its coolness, and they just added to our market. And see the green bar right here, that means its capability, that's telling me the CPU and the water cooling will go great together, and this is telling me the wattage and like how much um, energy or watts it would take to like power these two things. And finally, let's go to the motherboard. Now going through again, I'll explain more to my other videos. The motherboard is mainly to like connect everything together, where everything goes. I prefer going for the B50, the newest one for AMD. Um, what's a good looking case? I like going all black. But at the same time, you want to check over here is making sure you're not um, spending too much money and making because we're also on the budget. I like this one, so let's just add this to the market and still compatible, which is a good thing. And for memory, um, of course, we want RGB, and we're going all black, so we don't want. You could choose RGB. Again, it's up to you and like for your performance and what are you into. For me, I feel like black is the way to go. You know, like you can never go wrong with black. So, oh yeah. Also, one more thing. Stop it. Stop. One more thing. You always want to make sure you have two sticks of RAM. You don't want to only have one. And when you're playing like the latest games, you want to have to make sure you have like 16 gigabytes. So like for this example, it says 16 gigabytes, right? So that means 2 times at 8 is telling me two sticks, both have 8 gigabytes, and 2 times 8 equals 16. So it has 16 in total, and that's what you want. You want two sticks, not one. Same thing with these things, but like that means this one right here is telling me that both sticks can both hold 16, so they're both gonna have 32 gigabytes in total, and that's why it's more expensive than this one. But I'm gonna go with this one because again we're staying under budget and I don't want to spend too much money, and I just want to have just enough to play my games that I want to play. For the storage, we'll always go to ASMD. I want to have 1 terabyte, but the best one is this one. I know it's a bit pricey, but it gets the jobs done. Now the graphics card, this is the one that's going to be super expensive, but it's the most really worth it. The RTX 3060 is the best one if you're staying on the budget. And let's see if RTX 60. Okay, this one says 239. Yeah, the other one was cheaper. Best graphics card if you want to stay under budget. It gets the job done. For the case, is all, at the end of the day, the case is all about preference, and I'm going for all black, so I'm gonna go with Corsair 400. Power supply. Okay, the power supply. You won't see how it says 299 wattage to like power everything. So we need to have like one that's like maybe like 500. So that we, excuse me. So that's why when we want to upgrade these parts in the future, we'll have enough space or wattage to like power that too. So you always want to make sure you get like 1,000 more than what you're getting. So 650. I'm not gonna go over these because that's overpowering. 650 seems good. I like this one. Corsair. You can never go wrong with Corsair. Yeah, I'm gonna go with this one.